Simmons, they clear it out for him. Tapping his way in. Spins on Gallinari. Gives it up. Oh, he was right there. And a foul as Thibault goes to the basket. Boy, Simmons, uncontested, had a layup, but he leaves it for Thibault, who makes something out of it and is headed to the line.
Well, but that's when you know that the game is in your head. That's a dunk for Ben Simmons right there. You got it, and I know you got it to Thibault. You got the free throws, but Ben Simmons, you got to shoot that shot. Be confident.
Simmons can be an all-star, but that's all he can be until he learns how to shoot.
No, that wasn't the question.
Yeah, but listen, that's the answer to the question. If a guy is my second best player can't shoot, I can't go to him with the game on the line. I don't even have him in the game. He didn't want to throw the kid on the bus. He said, it doesn't matter. We sit here. We're basketball guys. We know basketball. You can't have a guy on the court who's afraid to shoot the basketball.
But to
I know that's what you think. We were just responding to what Doc said. That's a non-committal answer.
He's in a bad situation. He don't want to throw the kid under the bus, but we have to do our job. We talked about it at halftime. The guy's giving the ball up to Joel Embiid at half. He's giving the ball up to Joel Embiid at half court because he's terrified.
This play in particular,
this dude is scared to death. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, everybody, you can just listen to the crowd. See, Jimmy Jackson said it right there. So the question is, they're gonna have to sit this kid down. Say, Ben, it's either A or B. You're gonna have to work on your shooting first. Then you're gonna have to shoot the ball. Then you're gonna have to shoot free throws, or we can't win with you. That is a small, very honest conversation. You can't win with he's your guard. Now, if he was a forward or somebody, but he has the ball.
What is incorrect about what he said?
If I play game 1 and 2 and I know I'm not helping my team out, what you think I'm gonna do in game 3? Don't take you 7 games to realize that. I don't want to hear that, man. I'm not going with that.
So what should he have said tonight?
I like what he said, but if you like, you can't say it don't take 7 games for you to know you are not playing right. Get right.
He can't.
He's not getting double teamed. Get right. Be aggressive. That's all I want. Just be aggressive. I don't want to hear all that. Stop that. Cut it out.
the Atlanta Hawks knocking off the Philadelphia 76ers.
He was in my locker room. I'd have knocked his ass out.
Y'all give him $200 million. I think he got 160, 70 left on the deal. He makes $40 million a year. And he gets mad when people criticize him for not only will he not shoot, he's afraid of the ball. And he's mad and wants to leave. This is what you guys have created in today's players. You know, you players and these fans, you don't hold these guys accountable. Wait, so let me get this straight. We liked you enough to give you $200 million. The only thing we asked you is to be a good basketball player. And you're a good basketball player. But we want you to be we're not even asking, we just say shoot the ball. And he's mad and wants to leave town. Come on, Mike, this is total BS. And if I'm the Sixers, we had our annual Sixers dinner the other night. And I said this to those guys. And we talk about guys who coached and played in the NBA. We do it once a year. Anybody who played for the Sixers, we get together once a year for dinner. It's one of the greatest nights of my life. And I said, we had a couple of GMs there. I said, hey, I will call Ben Simmons. I said, hey, if you want to be traded, that's fine. We're not giving you away. We're not giving you away. We're not going to trade you to where you want to be traded. If somebody wants to give us the deal we want, we're not taking 25 cents on the dollar. I've heard all these fools talk about who got leverage. No, we got leverage because we have to pay you. And if we don't get the deal we want, you're going to be playing right here in Philadelphia.
It looks like that the Ben Simmons Philadelphia 76ers experiment is going to end ugly.
Well, I'm disappointed in Ben Simmons. When you give somebody $200 million to dribble a stupid basketball, and the only thing you ask them is be better as a player, and their first response is, I don't want to play here anymore. That disappoints me as a player. It disappoints me as a fan. They're not saying, hey, come over here and cut my grass. They're saying, Ben, we need you to learn how to shoot the basketball.
I have G14 classification to say what I'm about to say.
Okay.
And so does Charles Barkley. Ben Simmons, you're not that good. And then in this league, do you want to be good or do you want to be great? You're not great. But if you want to get to that next level, you have to be great. And to be great, you have to work on your game. Don't be putting pictures on your Instagram or your Ferrari or what actress you're hanging around with. When you play for a town like Philadelphia, Boston, LA, Miami, hard-working town, they don't give a shit about none of that. They want you to come, work hard, and play hard. I was at that game 6 when that man didn't even look at the basket. And I know as a player, first thing I do is I look in the player's eyes. That man was out there terrified. Not terrified of playing, but terrified of being fouled and missing free throws. Forget all that.
What's crazy, when you see the videos that he put up, he's making those shots that he didn't take. Like,
he's making them,
Hey,
yes.
Spice, I live in Philadelphia during the summer. This is the 3rd year in a row they put up them bullshit jump shots during the summer. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe anymore.
You know, a lot of these people, you hear from your followers how good you are, how great you are, but you're hearing from some OGs right now. You ain't that damn good. And I said it, and I said what I said, and Chuck said what he said. If you don't like it, do what you got to do. But you ain't that damn good.
What's the real reason that you're hearing Simmons wants out of Philly?
Well, Molly, is simple. He's scared. He's scared. And it's not because of basketball or playing with Joel and B and that the process don't work, because he didn't think about the process when he signed that 5-year, $77 million extension. He didn't think about it not working then. Here's the fact. Ben Simmons played poorly the last part of the season. We all witnessed that. We all know. I think the brother probably took, 3 shots in 7 games against the Atlanta Hawks in the 4th quarter. 3. And so at the end of the day, right now, Ben Simmons is pointing the finger at everybody except who we need to be pointed at. And that's Ben Simmons. Look, it's not easy. I get it, right? As a professional athlete or doing anything that you have to deal with a crowd or deal with feedback on social media or whatever the case may be. But he's afraid to face the crowd. He's afraid to step in that arena and hear those boos and silence the critics. And this is part of the reason why I get so angry at guys, is because it allows these old school guys like Stephen A. and everybody else to say, you know what, this generation is soft. Not talking down on the actual skill set, but the mindset. The mindset of going out there and saying, you know what, I got the mentality. I was watching the Gilbert Arenas podcast. Love and respect the brother. And I heard him say, Doc Rivers didn't use him right and he should be used and put in a position like Giannis. Well, he's not Giannis. And it's because of the mindset. We saw what Giannis did last year in the finals. He went to the free throw line, something that we thought that he couldn't do, or he showed us that he couldn't do. He went and knocked down, I believe it was 17 out of 19 free throws on the biggest stage of basketball. And so when I look at certain situations, I take even looking at, television, for example. Can you put us up where I can see everybody's faces?
Let me get back to Ben Simmons. I don't disagree with what you're saying because I'm on the record. I think it's pretty weak. And I think it's pretty weak because he pointing the finger at everybody but himself. You should feel compelled to make up to the fans in Philadelphia how you performed in the series against the Atlanta Hawks rather than running away from Philadelphia. You should want to run back to Philadelphia. And I'll tell you why, if you've Ben Simmons, why you should want to run back. Because my brother, Ben Simmons, if you are watching, you are literally a jump shot away from being LeBron James 2.0.
Yep.
If this brother hits 70 to 75% of his free throws, he is so special at 6'10" with those ball handling and passing skills, that basketball IQ, combined with his defensive prowess. This brother is an elite talent that could be a superstar in this league. And as a person that wrote in Philadelphia for 17 years, as a college writer and then an NBA writer and then an NBA columnist before I became a general sports columnist, I'm telling you right now, I couldn't find 3 places in America better to be a star in than the city of Philadelphia in terms of a fan base that will come out and ride and die with you so long as you that dude. You understand? AI is a testament to that. AI never won a championship. When have you ever heard somebody talking about AI negatively when it comes to his heart. He's a warrior. I mean, he was a man operating in a land of giants. And the number one element, it wasn't a crossover. It wasn't how he danced on people. It wasn't him jumping above the rim. It damn sure wasn't his defensive prowess or him pulling up the Jays or averaging even 28 to 30. What they loved about AI most was that he was a warrior. You knew he wasn't scared of a damn soul. And he didn't run from Philadelphia. He was like, let's go. Give me the rock and let me show you how I'm going to do this.
I'm a vested interest in this question. How far can Ben Simmons go?
Well, he's got to get a jump shot. It's like, it sounds humorous and all that, but I'm dead ass serious. Yeah. You can't, because if not, he'll regret it. When his career is over, and you look at what he's doing now without that, is astonishing. Now imagine you can shoot the ball. What does that open up for you? You don't want to retire. No, seriously, you don't want to retire and look back and go, man, if I just had a jump shot, what would I have done? You don't want that. You don't want that. So I don't care if you have to lock yourself in the gym 10 hours a day. If this kid gets a jump shot, it's a serious, serious problem. A serious, serious problem. So, I mean, to answer your question, the sky's the limit for him. He can be as good as he wants to be.
Got to set the alarm for 3:30.
You better set it for 1.
And Ben Simmons, let me tell you something, sir. I can't tell you what to do, but I saw a video of you saying you'll never play for Philly and you'll never report to camp, or you're not going to report to camp. I understand the way you feel, sir, but I would like to explain to you what's going to happen to you in your career if you do that. I feel like you should go to camp, sir, because it's bigger than you. You have all the media talking about you, and that's fine and dandy. Them people owe you $147 million. Go get your fucking money. Don't get so emotional to where if you do that, they're going to suspend the shit out of you. They're going to delay your trade until they get the bulk of your money back. They're going to get a lot of money. It's going to open you up to company policy. And then they're going to start saying conduct detrimental to the team. They're going to sully your name and fuck your name up across the league. Because guess what, young man? They don't expect someone. You're doing business right now. This ain't about your feelings. I understand you don't like that organization, but there's other organizations. And if they invest their money into you, they want to know that you're going to do business with them. You got to be tradable in the first place, sir. So in order for Philly to trade you, you're going to have to do the right things. And that means go your ass to camp. Now, I'm not telling you how to fake an injury, but there's certain injuries. Oh, my back. Oh, my neck. You could do it that way and get a doctor to help you out, sir. There's plenty of players that have done it. But don't never get on national TV or your podcast or anything like that again, sir, for your benefit, not for me. I can't really tell you what to do. So I don't want to sound like I'm telling you what to do, but just take it from an older nigga who made a decision based on his emotions, and I didn't go to playoffs and all that shit because of an agent situation with what I mentioned with Gilbert. It negatively impacted me throughout my whole career, and it'll do the same for you. You have to do business. And the first thing they're going to want you to do is that, okay, other teams that may invest 100 million, 50 million in you, okay, if things go wrong, he's still going to be a professional. And you're a professional. And right now, that separates you from all of us. So even when you're upset, you still have to be a professional. As mad as you get, if you got friends around you, if you got an agent around you, they need to kick your ass and tell you to go to practice. See, my brothers was in jail, but my brother told me he would whip my ass all the way to practice because you got to go get that money. So don't mess up your reputation, even though you want to, even though you might have some grounds to, because everybody talking shit. But whatever you got to do to get through it, take your family, take your friends, make yourself happy off the court. But you got to go get that money. Do not let them people start taking back that 147 million while bashing you now as a basketball player and a businessman. That's not what we need right now. You a black man. I understand you upset, but damn it, go get that fucking money. That's your money for your family and generations to come. That's your family's reputation. People can have their opinion about basketball. Don't let them have an opinion about you and your business. So handle business. K-Ass training camp, sir. Gone.
Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another NBA 2K My Career gameplay. And today we're taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. But we ain't here to talk about the gameplay. You see the title. You know why you clicked on the video. So let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk today about Ben Simmons. Yes, that's right. The Ben Simmons situation, it's been on my mind for quite some time now. I see through the bullshit, like always. And I just have to say this. I have to say it. Ben Simmons, in my personal opinion, is probably the most overrated. I wouldn't necessarily say he's overrated, but he is to a certain extent. He is overrated to a certain extent. He's overrated in the sense of being a multiple all-star. I don't believe he should be all-star over the like of certain players. Like last year, he was an all-star over somebody like Chris Middleton, who's averaging, his points did go down, but he was still averaging 20 points a game. You know, they chose him as an all-star over somebody like LaMelo Ball, who probably deserved an all-star appearance more than he did last year. And LaMelo Ball is just a rookie. But see, with Ben Simmons, my problem is if you're not getting better every season, then you're not putting in the work. And I've watched enough videos on Ben Simmons to necessarily correlate, you know, what it is about Ben Simmons. To get enough of an analysis on Ben Simmons to understand that Ben Simmons is what y'all yelled at Carmelo for. Y'all yelled at Carmelo for being in it for the money. But the thing about Melo is he backed up his contract. Ben Simmons has yet to prove why he got the money that he got right now. And in my personal opinion, Ben Simmons is really overrated. And I would even consider him a bust. I would honestly say Markelle Fultz has shown more improvement than Ben Simmons. Now, don't get me wrong. Ben Simmons has great attributes, great talent. You know, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like, you know, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like you don't see the potential of Ben Simmons. The potential of Ben Simmons is through the roof. But he just doesn't show it. And it all goes back to when he was like in fucking college. Like, dude could have had so many awards and accolades to his name if he put in the work. He didn't even put in the work in academically in school. And yes, I do understand that you're going to only be there for 1 year, then you're off to the NBA. But if that was the case, why not go overseas? Why not go to the G League? Wait, was the G League an option at that time? Cancel that. I don't think G League was an option at that time. But you still had the option to go overseas. You're from Australia. You could have played overseas and it still could have been #1 overall. You could have changed the landscape, but instead you took the traditional route. And you took the traditional route and still came out as a #1 draft pick, but you didn't even put in the work. This man had a 1.8 GPA in college. You know what that meant? That meant that man could not get any of the accolades that was destined for him. Man could have been player of the year, conference player of the year. He didn't even put in the work to get his team into the tournament. You have all that talent and you waste it. Ben Simmons is literally in this for the money. The shit that y'all jumped on Carmelo 4 years ago when he decided to stick with the Knicks and take the money instead of leave the Knicks and go join LeBron and them in Miami. Why don't y'all do that with Ben Simmons? Because it's clear to me that Ben Simmons is just in this for the money. And listen, I get it. You put yourself in a better situation, but why? But why not get better? You know, you got that money because they believe in you. They believe in the potential person that you can become. That's why they give you this money. They don't give you this money just because of your name. They give you this money because of what you can do on the basketball court. You know? But I digress. So the point I'm trying to make is Ben Simmons in my eyes is a bust. He doesn't seem to want to improve. He's been stagnant. He's not shooting free throws well. He doesn't want to take jump shots. Nobody's asking this man to be Steph Curry. Nobody's asking this man to shoot, to have 50, 40, 90 seasons. All you're asking the man to do is just bump your 3 points up. Get your 3-point shot right. Get your mid-range right. If you had a mid-range, that would be all to the good. Because now the defense takes you as a threat. The young man does not want to progress himself. He doesn't want it. And therefore he's only in it for the money. Now listen, I understand. Doc Rivers threw you under the bus. Joel Embiid threw you under the bus. I agree. They threw him under the bus. But I'm not going to But at the same time, I have to look myself in the mirror. And I have to say, well, I could have done better. As a team, we lost that series against Atlanta. But as a player, I should have been better. There's something in this life called self-awareness. And when you have self-awareness, it's when you know that it's when you look yourself in the mirror, you know that you have problems, that you have flaws, that you need to work on as a person to be better. And Ben Simmons knows this, but he chooses not to. But for some odd reason, he chooses not to capitalize on these things. And this is what Kobe warned you about. Kobe warned you, bruh. If you don't progress, you're going to regret it later on. And how many years does he have left on that contract? What, he got 2 years left on that contract? When that contract is up, bro, you is not getting another contract like that. I hate to admit it, but Ben Simmons will never get another contract like he has right now. He ain't going to be no $100 million player. I guarantee you of that. He will be. His money is going to devalue, and what's going to happen is teams are not even going to look his way. This is making him look bad for the future, unless he goes out there and he develops in all the areas that he needs to develop in. If he averages 24 points a game, 7, 8, assists a game, you know, 8, 9 rebounds a game, you're 6'11". You're pretty much Giannis. You're pretty much another Giannis, with the potential to be even better than Giannis. I can even attest to that. He has way more potential to be better than Giannis. At 6'11", but he chooses to be who he wants to be because he's trying to be defiant. He's trying to say, I can be successful in this league without having to do much. Why I gotta run? Why I gotta get a jump shot? I don't need a jump shot. I'm Ben Simmons. I know what my talent is. But if you know what your talent is, sir, then show it. We have yet to see it, bruh. You scored 0 points in like 4 games in that entire Atlanta series in the fourth quarter. 0 points. Fam, you got a lot of work to do. You have to progress. With each year, there should be a new type of thing in your. Like, look at Giannis, man. Look at what Giannis did. Look at where Giannis is now. Look at Ben Simmons. By Giannis's 4th year, I think he was most improved by his 4th year. So the man was already improving. The man was putting up 22, 24 points a game. 10 rebounds. He was on his way. He was the next guy up. And everybody knew it. And when he finally came around, he won MVP. It was time to take him seriously. And you got to think about it like this. Giannis ain't even hit his stride yet. Giannis ain't even in his 30s yet. Giannis is only 26 years old. And he has more to do in his career. And the man just says, I'm not even satisfied. He just said in an interview, I'm not even satisfied with the championship that we had. That was last year. I want to do it again this year. I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied till we win it again this year. I'll never be satisfied. The goal for him is to get better, and that's what he kept saying throughout the whole interview. The whole interview he kept saying, the goal for me is to get better.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself, and really
Every day, I just want to get better. Ben Simmons does not have that mentality. And that, ladies and gentlemen, alone is why he's overrated and a bust. He does not have that mentality. He has a mentality of, if I just do this and that here. See, the problem with Ben Simmons is he cheats the game. And when you cheat the game is going to get you back for that. And like I said, what he's doing right now is going to hurt him so bad in the future. Because I'm telling you right now, the $100 million contract that he has right now, he's never going to get that again in his career unless he progresses. He still has a chance. The only way he can change the narrative is if he progresses. The league don't want you. None of the teams are willing to trade high value assets for you. You're not a high valued person anybody would trade for. It's been clear by the league. Nobody wants you.
here are the 76ers now. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. They've got Matisse Thybulle. Actually out there with Curry. It's prime time. And it's Curry Miles.
It's been proven. And what he's doing is not monumental. You're not changing the shift. You're not going to get away with this, bruh. In the next couple of years, you're only going to be offered a 3-year, 2-year, year deal worth like $70 million at most. You're a $70 million worth player, not a $100 million worth player. If somebody gives you $100 million, they either stupid or they just have some money to blow. Like literally, bro, you they don't know their own potential, man. They don't.
All right, Frank, you want to start us off?
Hi there, Frank Valentine here. Hey, great first game. Now, do you think you silenced some of the questions about you being drafted?
Thank you, Frank. Look, man, it's nice to meet you, by the way. Hey, look, I hope so. But I know the only way to do this is to perform at this level consistently. And that's just what I'm here to do. There's going to be some ups and some downs, but I believe in myself, man. And I hope to earn the trust of the coach and my teammates.
Let me ask you this. Did it feel like you had anything to prove tonight?
No, because it's not about me. You know, it's about the team. My job is to do whatever I can to help the team win, even if that means bringing energy by cheering from the bench. I'm willing to do that, but fortunately tonight, I called my number, I got a chance to show what I can do on the court, and hopefully that continues.
All right, well, we sure hope so. A great game, though.
Thank you, Frank. Next up, Candace.
Amazing technique on the boards tonight, MP. You found a body every time the ball went up. Coach must have been happy with that effort.
You know, Coach loves it when I lay guys out. That is not what I meant. He's not telling us to lay dudes out. It's just, you know what, Candace? I should just stop talking before I get us a fine. Coach was happy with the effort. Let's just say that.
It's all good. Thanks, MP. I love it anyways.